friends. I don't think I can do this and hold the camera. This little baby right here has a dirty face. Come here, sweetness. So, I have a Q-tip with warm water, and I'm going to wash this off of its face. Yeah, we're going to clean that off. That's why it's always a good idea to keep track of the babies, know what's going on. So we're going to clean him up. Okay, I found something else to stick in the opening into the nest box to keep the parents out of the box while I remove the babies and clean this dirty box. Yeah, so there it is. It's just a cup that I just propped in there. Yeah, they don't seem too concerned. They trust me. Yeah, so I'm going to take these babies out, clean out all the garbage that they've pooped in there, and put in fresh pine shavings so that it's a cleaner box. We still have all 7, including the tiniest one that I helped get out of the egg that was all gunked up. And he's a little miracle bird. Okay, I have the babies out and in a little butter dish here. 4 in this one and 3 in the other. I'll show you how little this little guy is. Look how little he is compared to the others. But he's alive. Yeah, and they feed him well. I think it's going to be a little rosy. Those 2 are normals. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go look at the... Yeah, here's the pine shavings I'm going to put in. Here's my helper, my nuisance. Get off my ladder. So, there's the box that we're going to clean. Pretty disgusting. But with 7 babies, what do you expect? So we'll clean all that out and put in some fresh pine shavings. And then it'll have to be cleaned again before she ever does another clutch. Well, here's the box cleaned out as well as I could get it. Scraped off the sides. And I'm going to go ahead and put pine shavings in there. This little piece is kind of damp. So I'm going to put the dry side in and the damp side out so that slide in there so that it can dry. So the dry side is inside, the clean dry side is in there with the babies. Now the top board isn't wet, so it'll be okay. Alright, so now we're ready to put in pine shavings. Okay, rather than put the babies right directly on top of the loose pine shavings, I'm going to put in some tissues to make it softer. Oh, hush. Hush, hush, hush here. Okay, I put down tissue over the pine shavings because I really want them to kind of sink in there. We'll let them kind of get pushed down before I take the tissues out. Yeah. So they're all set. Yeah, nice and happily back in their box. And it's got a clean floor. Everything's drier and better. And over here, there's our Peaches helping herself to some cuddle bone, which is important and essential. And there's Stormy. Yeah. Okay, so I've taken that cup out so it's not blocked anymore. And we'll go ahead and put this door back down. I think I will go ahead and put the pencil back in there to kind of prop that open a little and give them a little more airflow since it's summer and things are warm. on the coast. It's supposed to get to the 70s today, about 70. 68 to 70, which is pretty warm for us. Yeah, so anyway, all is well with the babies. Yes, my sweet 7. Okay, goodbye. Okay, little ones. It's maybe a week or so since I cleaned out this box and gave them all fresh stuff. There comes Stormy. Anyhow, I'm going to take them out and hand feed them. I have waited longer than I should have, but that's because I really am not looking forward to this, because it's such a commitment to have to feed them several times a day, and the parents are doing such a good job. It's so tempting to just leave them and let the parents do it. But I know people are happiest with having them already be tame. However, Bourkes are not that difficult to tame down, most of them. Yeah. Hey, Storm. Hello up there. Hello, Stormy. There's Dad. Yeah. Okay. Let's put you in the box that I'm going to keep you in to hand feed. Okay, I have removed all 7 babies from this nest box. I've already taken out most of the stuff. I'm going to clean it without taking it down, which is difficult. I just wanted you to see what 7 babies can do. I mean, this is just, I'm going to have to take a knife, scrape this hard stuff off. This is where they've defecated up against the sides. 7 babies to a lot, to a box. Like I said, I've scraped out everything, just about everything in the bottom. But I'll have to take a sharp knife and try and scrape the sides off. And then I'll put in some fresh pine shavings. Anyway, it's pretty messy looking. Huh. I'm sorry, Peaches. You did a good job with those 7, but I've taken over now. Yeah, Mama's got them. Yeah, instead of Peaches and Stormy. Yeah, Stormy's been out flying around. His cage door's open. He's been out visiting the babies. Yeah. But he's happy to let me take over and feed him. Yep, they're a lot of work, aren't they? Yeah, those little ones. And she's been going in the box, so I thought, well, I better do something before she lays an egg on all that dirty stuff. Yeah, don't want you messing around in there, baby girl. Such a sweet baby girl. See, I'm not a baby anymore. I'm quite mature. Been a mother many times over and a grandmother and everything else. Yeah, our pretty Peaches. Okay, here we are in our box. All 7 babies. Yeah. Why are you over here all by yourself? Wouldn't you rather be over here with your siblings? 3 normals, 3 Rosies, and a Lutino, I guess she is. Yeah, very yellow. I thought maybe she'd be a Rubino, but she looks more yellow than pink back there. Yeah, oh, good babies. Good babies. And this little tiny one, my little miracle bird that we helped get out of the egg, much smaller than everybody else. Yeah. So I let them feed them this morning. I just got really busy. So I have not hand-fed these guys yet myself. No, I haven't hand-fed them. I'm going to give it a try right now. Yeah. And Stormy's flying around. He usually comes and helps me. So that gives them confidence too. Wish I could get the light over there. They're kind of in shadow. kind of in shadow. Does that help? There they are, my sweet babies. So we'll start hand feeding these little guys a little later than I'd want to with some of these. They're pretty old, but I think it'll be okay. I've been talking to them in the nest and stuff. So you can see they're not squawking at me or complaining. They're kind of used to me already. Yeah, even though I haven't hand fed them, they're used to the attention. Yeah, good babies, and all of them are banded. We used a new company this time, and the bands came back without Oregon on there. There's no OR for Oregon, which disappoints me. But L&M isn't there anymore, so I used somebody else. And I don't like the bands as well, but they are banded, so that's a good thing. And I started, maybe I told you, with the first clutch, I had to use 2021 bands, and this is 2022. So I went ahead and started with band number 14 on these new bands, because I had 14 birds with the other bands. And if I had used 1 through 14, or 1 through 13, that's what I would now be on 14. So the 1 through 13 are just going to be wasted. Yeah. Anyway, so the oldest one of these is band number 14. And there are 7 of them. Yeah. 7 babies from Stormy and Peaches. And this is number 7, our little miracle one, who's very lucky to have gotten out of her dirty egg and to have survived. I'm just amazed. So there they are. I'm going to start hand feeding now. This is the smallest baby. Feeding her first. It's all right. Atta girl. If you are a girl, I don't know yet. This is going to be a little Rosie. Yeah. See those really light pink feet? If they were dark feet, she'd be a normal, but she has pink feet, so she's a Rosie. Gonna have pink feathers all down her back. Yeah. Get the drips off. Okay. That looks pretty full, that little crop. Yep. Almost as full as Mom and Dad get you. Get a tissue over here. Dip it in my warm water cup. And we'll wipe the excess off. Anything that's gonna dry, be hard to get off later. Okay, 1 down and 6 more to go. Okay, this is our next to the smallest baby. My food's not as warm as it had been. I may have to go get some more off of the coffee warmer that I use. I have a second batch of food. It'll be too hot, so what I do is I mix some of the hot stuff into this that's getting cool to make it warm. But this one doesn't care. She says, I know it's gotten cool, but I'm still hungry. It's not cold, and that's okay. Warm enough for you, huh? Yeah. So it's another little Rosie. A little bit bigger than our littlest one. Yeah. Good baby. Good baby. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. You're a sweet little bird. They're already giving an indication of personalities, even as young as this. It's amazing to me that something so small can have personality that's huge. When God created all the creatures, I don't know how he managed to come up with so many different kinds of animals and then give every single one of them their own individuality. Just blows my mind. Yeah. We have this new puppy that I've shown several times, this Border Collie Australian Shepherd, and he is just amazing. He's so different than any other dog we've ever had. But then again, all the dogs are different. Yeah, just as cats and everybody. Look at that full crop. Too many people, when they hand feed, I think they underfeed. And that's not good for the birds. They don't develop well enough. They're sometimes undersized, and their bones would be weak. So you want to make sure you feed them plenty. Let them eat all they want to. Their parents do that. They stuff them good, if they're good parents. Okay, we're going to put you back in the box and bring out another one. Okay, little one. We have here our third Rosie. Yeah. I've warmed this up. I just want to check it. This part of my hand is as sensitive as my wrist. And it's pretty warm. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Wipe it off. Okay. Where's the food? There it is. Okie dokie. Here we go, baby. Yeah, oh, she says, I'm ready. I'm hungry. I've been feeding them about every 3 hours. Yep. I got up early, fed them about 6:30, and I had to be at a doctor's appointment. I had to leave at 9:15, so fed them, well, probably it's closer to 6:15, and then fed them again at 8:45, a little earlier. Didn't get home till 12:30, so, you know, their meals get fudged a little bit. The time frame gets extended as I need to do it, or crunched, whatever I have to do to make it fit. But I try to do it about every 3 hours, but it can be a little less or a little more depending upon if we have to be somewhere. Yeah. We try to make as few trips to town as we can with the expense of gasoline now. It's awful. And we live out of town. It takes us about 20 to 30 minutes to get to town. So we try to make all of our trips count. Try to do everything we can in as few trips as possible. So inconvenient. We actually did that before, even when gas was cheaper, but now we're a lot more frugal about everything. You little guys. Can't save any money on you, though. Have to feed you. Have to take good care of the babies. Yes, we do. Yeah, you're a priority. Yes, you are. I'll bring my box of tissues over here closer. There we go. Just make sure we don't have any exact on your face. Somebody was asking me to do a video about what I feed the birds. I think I've mentioned it before. I mean, we buy a fortified budgie seed mix. I usually buy Hagen, although Sleek and Sassy is good too. And we have a conditioning and nestling food that we buy from myparrotfood.com in Monroe, Oregon. Kind of expensive, but the birds really thrive on it when they're breeding and nesting. Big fat crop here, baby. Good bird. Good baby bird. Okay, I'm gonna put you back and bring out one of the normal siblings. Now, these three are all about the same age, and they all look pretty much the same to me, but their personalities are different. Yeah, I know from experience just the way this one's eating. But this is band number 16. You're not gobbling it up, are you? Yeah, it's not. It's already cooling down already. Heated it up once. It's already cooling down. Yeah. They don't care for it when it's too cool. Of course, it can't be too hot. That would be dangerous. It has to be very warm or warm. Once it starts to cool, they can eat it, but they don't like it as well. Nope. I would not give cool formula to a little bitty baby. But these guys are old enough that a little bit of cool formula isn't going to bother them. They just don't like it as well. It's not cold. It's more like room temperature, probably. Yeah, I know. Just go heat it up for me, Mom. I'll heat it up for the next two. Yeah, you're just going to have to grin and bear it. Sorry. A lot of work feeding you guys. I'll make sure you get it real warm next time, okay? Yeah. We'll put you in a different order of feeding. You had enough? Do you want any more? Okay, let me get a tissue here to clean you off. I have a cup of very warm water that I'm dipping it into. And I know, baby. Okay, we're going to put you back in your box. And I think since the other two look just like you, I don't think I'll video them. Okay, this is our Lutino, Stormy and Peaches' daughter. You know, gene comes through Stormy. It isn't carried in Peaches. So, because color is sex-linked in Bourkes, typically they're the color of their opposite parent. So in this case, Stormy being male, and it was his father who was a Latino. Stormy is a normal, but he carries the gene for Latino, and it comes from his father. So all the Lutinos and Rubinos that Stormy and Peaches produce are always hens. Yeah. Can't always be certain of everything, but this is one thing we can be certain of. So I know Peaches' background way back. All of her parents and her grandparents were all Rosies. There were no Latinos in her history. Back to wherever the normal ones were. I'm sure she has normals in her background, as do all Bourkes. But as far back as I know, they were all Rosies. And she ended up being an opaline fallow. So she carries the gene for opaline fallow, and apparently so does Stormy. Yeah. So they have occasionally an opaline fallow. They can produce them. Yeah. So they have quite a diverse clutch sometimes. Although this time, yeah, they have 3 Rosies, 3 normals, and this one little Lutino. Yeah, very special. Beautiful bird. And she sings so pretty. She's not one of the ones who scolds me when I open the box. Instead, sheep's real pretty. Got a nice full crop here. Yeah. Okay, we'll put you back and we'll get a sibling to feed.